The Baltimore Police Department is out with a new report touting a reduction in violent crime over the last 4 years.
I worry that all these fine words on paper are not a real reflection of what the community feels on the streets.
Now, the report comes on the same day 2 people were killed in 2 separate shootings. So far this month, Baltimore is averaging a murder a day. The rise in juvenile violence continues. Police confirming today a 16-year-old was killed in Northwest Baltimore yesterday afternoon. That teen is the 8th person under the age of 18 killed in the city this year. And given that violence, some say now is not the time for the city to be touting violence reduction. Fox 45's Keith Daniels joins us live with more on this tonight. Keith?
The Baltimore City Police Department releasing the data, the stats on their crime fight over the past 4 years since Commissioner Michael Harrison came in to lead the department. Some of the highlights the department is touting: enforcement and proactivity measures, noting a 33% increase in gun arrests since 2019. A stronger accountability with Public Integrity Bureau, acknowledging a 49% reduction in excessive force complaints. And according to the report, a citywide crime reduction, 16% reduction in violent crime citywide since 2018.
There are some modest places where there is evidence of improvement.
Former federal and city prosecutor Thiru Vignarajah on Fox 45 News today to help look through the data. He believes residents may find it difficult to accept that there's been progress in the crime fight.
When you start cherry picking statistics and choosing the year to compare yourself against, I think that gives the public the impression that you're trying to mislead them into thinking that the streets are safe. Even with homicides and shootings, we still have the highest per capita rates in the country.
The number of shootings and homicides in Baltimore is lower than what it was last year. But a closer look at the numbers reveals the city is on par with years past. 36 people were killed in January 2022, the deadliest January ever. In January 2021, 27 people were killed, about the same as this year. In February, 17 people were killed, more than in February 2022. In Baltimore City today, at least 4 people shot, 2 dead. Police also saying now the victim shot and killed in Northwest Baltimore Monday was yet another teen, a 16-year-old boy gunned down on Longwood Avenue. One neighbor described the commotion, what she heard.
I just heard shots, probably 3, or maybe 2, but maybe it's 3. And I opened the door and that is what I saw.
Well, so far, investigators have not identified the teen and no suspect information has been released. We're live tonight. Keith Daniels, Fox 45 News.
Keith, thank you. As city leaders tout an overall drop in homicides, the rate based on population remains at record levels. At the end of the 1990s, often cited as one of the deadliest periods, there were 46 murders per 100,000 residents. With population declines and homicides still in the 300s, the rate is actually over 50 people per 100,000.
Taking a closer look at today's deadly shootings, the first was a triple shooting in East Baltimore. Police say they found a male victim with a gunshot wound on Ashland Avenue around 1 o'clock this afternoon. He was taken to the hospital where we're told he died. They say 2 other victims walked into the hospital a short time later. The second murder happened around 2 hours later. Police say a 21-year-old man was shot and killed on West Lexington Street near the Franklin Square Safe Streets location. There's no word on any suspects in either deadly shooting. Anyone with information should call Baltimore police.
A Baltimore teen arrested for bringing a loaded gun to school. City schools confirming a 15-year-old student at Reginald F. Lewis High School was taken into custody without incident this morning. At least 13 guns have been seized in city schools this school year.
The Maryland Public Defender and Baltimore City District Public Defender's offices are speaking out against Mayor Brandon Scott's promise to enforce the youth curfew starting Memorial Day weekend. A statement from those offices says the curfew will not address the causes of violent crime or prevent violence, which they say rarely happens during curfew hours. The statement goes on to say more contact with police has the potential to harm children and families. One criminal justice expert Fox 45 spoke with agrees.
Most juvenile crime occurs during the day, typically during the after school hours. And by the time, the curfew is in place or enforced, be it, 10 p.m., 11 p.m. or later, there's just not that much juvenile crime going on.
Well, the mayor announced the city will enforce the curfew after 2 teenagers were shot while hundreds of young people gathered at the Inner Harbor Sunday night. He says the curfew will keep children and the community safe. You can find more on the curfew on our website, foxbaltimore.com.
Well, tomorrow, a city council committee will hold a hearing with the Baltimore Police Commissioner, school police chief, and sheriff to talk about how those agencies can work together more effectively to improve public safety. Fox 45 News will keep a close eye on that hearing, and we'll keep you updated both on air and online. And on Thursday, City State's Attorney Ivan Bates will mark his first 100 days in office. Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost will host that town hall with Bates to talk about the milestone this Thursday night at 7. Join us at New Metropolitan Baptist Church on McCullough Street. You can also watch the town hall live on foxbaltimore.com. And if you would like to submit a question, just scan that QR code right there on the screen.